Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Noob or Not, my ongoing video series where I take the heroes of Overwatch and accept your challenge to play them with no UI, and do so quite well. Today I'm playing with some of the usual suspects and some blueberries, and whenever you have some blueberries you never really know what you're gonna get. I have been challenged to play Zarya, and Zarya is who I shall challenge, and it looks like our Orisa is gonna hold towards the left, so I'm poking over to the right a little bit. Let's go see if somebody's over here. It looks like Wrecking Ball did come through. Looks like the other Orisa came through. So now we got a little north-south where we're fighting from our right to our left, and we're kind of avoiding over there on the coast side. We have a Pharah, so our Pharah is gonna pop out from time to time to periodically put damage behind them and kind of keep an eye on whether or not they're going to try to flank us off to the right. And I am going to continue to try to stay behind the shield unless I have my bubbles in order to apply them onto my teammates who are being fired upon, or myself should I need to go in and finish somebody off, because that's my move. My go-to move, and it might be a mistake, is to try to finish somebody off and save my own self-bubble to get that extra 40% charge. And you can tell right now, looking at the gun on the right-hand side, I don't have very much charge. I'm hardly getting anybody. A lot of the damage is going into the shield. I'm not getting very much damage on actual Team Red members. Here I'm putting the beam on them just to frighten them away, because when people are getting the beam, they tend to think that you're supercharged, because why would you use it unless you were supercharged? Well, I wasn't this time, but now I'm kind of probably right around 30% here, it looks like, my beams. Now I got the big charge. Now I'm fully charged. I gave myself the bubble whenever Wrecking Ball was behind me as I was diving the point to help out my Brigitte. And now we also get the Mercy. That's nice, that's nice. So we got a little bit of trickle. I put the bubble on my Pharah as Pharah goes after what I believe was a 76 up there. Brigitte went after a Zenyatta and finished that off. We happen to win the first fight, all right. So I'm gonna come out to the first point, up to the choke, and try to poke them away before they get here. My Orisa is kind of AFK. I don't know where Orisa went. Oh, there she is behind me. So now we're gonna set up left or right in a north-south configuration. They're coming at us from their coast, and we're protecting the back line. But this is a pretty standard place to set up right along here, along this corridor. So a lot of people know how to play this pretty well. Our Widowmaker a little aggressive, hanging out right in the middle of it. Here I get a little aggressive, but as you can see, I'm pretty fully charged. Unfortunately, Wrecking Ball came through and dropped his payload behind me, and before I had the opportunity to recognize what was going on, I landed in some of them and perished. Unfortunate for me, there goes my charge. But fortunately for me, my team seems to be able to hold the point. So as I hurriedly back to the point and get there and start putting down some splash, I'm looking around. I'm waiting for callouts and nobody's really coming. So I start peeking to see the main door. Is anybody coming? Well, their Mercy's ulting, but retreating. That's a good sign. That means she's probably at the end of her ult. But what's this? Orisa has a bongo, and I'm trying to get in on the bongo, get caught up in the reload. Problematic for me. My beam's not strong enough, but it's nice and easy to point on the bongo with, so I was using that in that particular case. I see Wrecking Ball going after my McCree, so I give my McCree a little help. I see Orisa has been brought back to life, so I got to get back on her. Again, I don't have a huge charge, but it's easier for me to aim the straight line through multiple people than to put my projectile in as it kind of hops in there, you know. Zenyatta trying to poke around, and again, I am trying to hold the point. There's three of us, myself and Orisa and Brigitte, hanging out, so we got a lot of shields. There's a lot of shield here to prevent a lot of different type attempts to take the point. Where's the rest of our team, you might ask? Well, I'm sure Widowmaker's back behind us on the high ground. 76, trying to poke him away, but he's not going to have it. He's going to put down his cold, refreshing beverage, and he's got Zenyatta in his pocket, so he's a pretty aggressive DPS. That's a pretty solid combo right there. If you've got your 76 heal down and you're getting Zenyatta healed, you can withstand a pretty reasonable 1v1 for sure. Reinhardt flanked all the way around the stairs on the right to get behind us, but Orisa was ready for that. Goes ahead and puts down her invulnerability, or her immovability, whatever the ability is called. And it looks like they're flanking from all over. I don't know how McCree got up on that high ground left or right as we're defending. This time I get the full charge by putting my bubble on myself and jumping into him. And now I can get this. Look, I'm aiming at his head because you can headshot that Hammond. And all of this is going on. McCree walked all the way around to try to get that high noon, but nope, nobody was on the point. Oh my goodness. All that's left is to thank the people who helped me do this, but before, let's see Zergmasters play the game. Thank you very much, Zergmaster. Let's see here. Up over the top, there's that Mercy Reds, Widow's in, McCree's in, Splash 2 damage. Yeah, I remember her helping me with that. Thank you very much. I sure do appreciate that. So what do we got here? The usual suspects. Thank you, Dadmain, Warlock. And I'd like to thank Zergmaster, Sleepless, and Retard Boy 3 Must be the third in a noble line of self-identifiers. My friends, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this, and if you did, then by all means, please do consider subscribing for more coming real soon. And if you can't wait that long, YouTube has hand-selected a video for you on the left, and I put together my playlist of noob or not moments and top 15 plays of the game on the bottom left.
I just realized that